Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to 17th module of our General Science class. In the last class, we have studied about skeleton. We have studied what are the different parts of a skeletal system, and we also studied what is the function of skeletal system. And in that, we have discussed that skeletal system help us to move from one place to another. That means bones, cartilage and muscles help us to move from one place to another and to move our body parts. Today we are going to study and we are going to learn how a muscle help a bone to move from its one place to another and also from its joints. Okay. Actually, muscles work in pairs. That means a pair of muscles are required for the movement of a bone. Okay. So, in order to move a bone, the first set of muscle contract. Okay. So, when one of the muscles contract, the bone start to pull to that direction, and the other muscle of the pair relaxes. Okay, first one of them contract, the bone is pulled to that direction and the other pair relaxes. In order to move this bone back to its original position, the relaxed muscle contracts and contracted muscle relaxes. So that the relaxed muscle start to contract means what happens? Means it start to pull the bone to its opposite direction, that it is to its original position. You understand? I will tell you with the example. Suppose I need to bend my arms to my shoulder. Actually here you can feel that stiffness. It is due to the shortness of or contraction of muscles present here. So by the contraction of this muscle, I am pulling this bone to my shoulder. Actually, other muscle of the pair relaxes here. So muscles have a speciality, they cannot push the bone back. This muscle cannot push the bone back. Only muscles can pull the bones. That is why when it contracts, it pulls the bone towards its shoulder. So here it is relaxing. Other muscle of the pair relaxes. So we need to, now we need to move it back to its original position. So what happens? You just touch your hands here. Then you can feel that there is a shortening of muscle here and this muscle relaxes. So, in order to move a bone, there requires two muscles. That means a pair of muscles. Okay, muscles cannot push the bone back. It can only pull the bone to its position. Okay, by this way we can move our body parts or move our bones. So this is about the case of human beings. But there are some animals without having bones. Then how the locomotion, how their movement is possible? Let us see how the movement is possible in such type of living organism like earthworms and the snail. Next, coming to the point, gait of animals. Gait means manner of walking. Manner of walking. Manner of walking. Actually, from this lesson, we need to study about the gait of earthworms, snail, cockroach, bird, fish and snakes. But in this session, we are going to study only about earthworm, snail and a cockroach. In the next class we will study about bird, fish and a snake. Okay. So first we can take earthworm. First one it is earthworm. does not have bones. Earthworm do not have bones. Am I right? They does not have bones. Their body is made up of ring-like structures joined end to end. So how can they move? There is no bones inside their body. So how can they move? Let us see how they can move. Okay. Suppose this is the ground, soil. When the earthworm starts to move, it fixes its back position, keep its back position to the ground and relaxes the front portion. Okay, it keeps the rear part fixed into the soil and relaxes the front part. Then next step, it relaxes the back part and keeps the front part fixed into the soil. So front back is not in contact with the soil. Next step, it shorten its body. So what will happen means starts to move like this. So here you can see that there is a movement of front position from here to here. There is a coverage of small place, isn't it? It is because due to the relaxation and the contraction of the muscles present in the earthworm, in the body of earthworm. By this repeating action, relaxation and contraction of the muscles present in the body of earthworm, they can move from one place to another. First it fixes the rear part into the body. Rear part means back part into the body, ground. Then relaxes the front part. Then next step, it relaxes the back part and fixes the front part. Then next step, shorten its body and moves or push the back part to little distance. By this repeated action, it can move from one place to another. And also it secretes a slimy substance which helps the earthworm to move in the soil. And below the earthworm, you can find below the body of the earthworm, you can find bristle-like structure, hair-like structures which gives grip to the body of the earthworm to the sand or soil. And earthworm eats the way through the soil. And the undigested part, expelled to soil and it makes the soil fertile. That is why earthworms are called friends of the farmers, as you have studied in lower class. So this is about the movement of earthworm. Next one, it is about snail. Look at the picture of snail. Here you can see a shell. It is called shell on its backside, and it is not made of bones. Shell is not made of bones. It is a outer skeleton. It is hard structure, but it is not made of bone, and it does not plays any role in movement of snail. So how the snail can move from one place to another? How can they move from one place to another? During their movement, a thick structure and head of the snail come out of the opening in the shell. And this thick structure is called its foot, and it is made of tough muscles. By the action of this wavy action of these tough muscles of the foot, it can move from one place to another. Okay, by the wavy movement of the tough muscles of the foot, snail can move from one place to another. And this shell does not play any role in the movement of snail. It's only a outer skeleton. Okay. Next one is about cockroach. Cockroach can walk, climb as well as fly in the air. So they can walk, they can climb and they can fly in the air. So they have 3 pairs of legs. They have 3 pairs of legs helping for walking. It's for walking. And they have hard outer skeleton. They have hard outer skeleton which is made of different units joined together, and that help them to move from one place to another. Okay, and the muscles, they have muscles at the leg portion and also at the breast portion. The muscles of the breast region helps them for flying. Breast muscles for flying. Flying. Muscles of the leg. Muscles of leg for climbing. And these help the cockroach to walking, flying and climbing. Okay, so today we have studied about the working of muscles and movement of, that means gait of earthworm, then gait of snail and gait of cockroach. Okay, so this is about today's session. Notes I will be sending soon. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you. Have a nice day.